Hello Australia, a very big couch coming up, episode 835. Stick around, let me tell you what's on the show today. Connor Perry, young Connor Perry is about 17 now. He's performing for us live in the theatre. We've got another singer-songwriter called Tracy Buckley. She's got a story to tell about her brand new song called Rise. We'll talk to her very soon. Lily Gorton is in. She's a young 12-year-old that's written a book and about to do a documentary and more. We'll talk to her. Di Wilcox is in. Eco Action, they are back. Can't wait to be talking green with them, with Nisha. Talking movies with Paul Elwyn. All the latest movies coming up. Steve takes us to Switzerland. Can't wait for a bit of a European trip. And then what's on Perth with our very own Belinda Cipriano. It is a big 8:35. It starts now.
It's showtime on the couch. Yeah, it's showtime on the couch. You can see it from your house. You can watch it from your house. It's showtime on the couch with friends and the best in town. Oh, it's showtime on the couch.
Hello Australia, welcome to another episode of The Couch. I can hear Mr. Whippy outside bringing some beautiful ice cream into the studio, but that's Sonia's phone, I think. Welcome to the program, Australia. We have got a very special guest for us to talk today. Her name is Tracy Buckley. Let's go straight to her and welcome her to The Couch. Hello, Tracy.
Hello.
Nice to have you here. Now, you're a singer-songwriter, right?
I am.
Tell me a little bit about the Tracy story.
Well, I love singing. If people know me, they know that there's not a day when I don't go singing.
What kind of music are you into?
I like country, contemporary country pop, yeah.
Now, we've had your auntie on the show before?
Yeah.
A long time ago. What are their names?
Jill and Tony.
So that was a few years ago, I think, in another
yeah.
studio. But have you always been a singer? Have you always loved music?
Yeah, loved it,
Yeah.
yeah.
And what do you love about music? What is it?
I think it's just joyful, and I think you should just find something you're passionate about and just go with that and just, bring joy into your life.
Now, do you do it as a hobby or do you do it as a professional artist? I mean, I'm assuming you are a professional artist, but you're doing it on the side.
On the side at the moment, I work as
A
full-time primary school chaplain, which is extremely busy, and I love it. I get to do lots of amazing things.
You help
there.
a lot of people with different issues as well.
I do.
Now, that leads me to my question about, you wrote the song Rise and you performed it. Tell me about that song. What got you? What was the issue that got you into writing that?
So I went through a really dark time in my life where I developed an eating disorder, and part of what helped me in my recovery was my faith, but creativity, just writing and putting things down on paper. I journal. I love to journal, anything creative. And I remember going through recovery when I got really angry at
Explain
the
to
illness.
those people at home, an eating disorder,
Yeah.
for those people who don't know, for the kids out there watching,
Yeah.
what was it? How did it affect you? What did you do?
It just really took away my identity and who I was and
So
who
what
I
were
am.
you doing? Tell people what it means to have an eating disorder. What sort of things were you doing?
Oh, just restricting food
So
and exercise.
dieting, but not officially dieting. So you didn't need to diet or
Yeah.
restrict food, but because of the way you felt, you were starving yourself, if that's the word, or not eating
Yeah,
enough.
so there's lots of different ways.
Eating
yeah.
disorders, I guess.
Yeah,
And did you get any help for that?
yeah, absolutely.
And
yeah.
how was that help? Was it in what format?
It took a lot, but then I had an amazing doctor who just saw me, the person, but not the illness. And he was just an answer to prayer. Yeah.
And what
really.
got you started? What made the eating disorder happen?
I think I had a really bad car accident. Not I think I did.
You did.
I did. And just from that, I couldn't work, and work was my life. And I just, went back into that really dark time.
And you got help. And
Yeah.
how are you going today?
Fabulous.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm just a big advocate that recovery is possible and there's hope, and to keep on finding someone who will listen, because
listen
there are people out there.
So your message to people watching this program is to
Yeah.
talk to someone,
Yeah.
keep talking until people listen,
And recovery is
and
possible.
recovery is
Yeah.
definitely possible.
Yeah.
Now, you wrote the song Rise.
Yeah.
Tell me about the song. What can we expect to hear?
So Rise is one about hope. I have a beautiful music mentor in Melbourne, Marilyn Carter, I'll just put out there, who's helped me along in my journey, and she runs songwriting retreats, and I went to one a few years ago, and I took this, what I'd written about the disorder called IT, and it was just what it had taken from me and stolen from me. And we took it over to the workshop and we worked on it, and out of that, Rise was born. Rise.
What sort of themes are in that song?
It's hope, it's courage, it's resilience, it's,
Did you get any help in writing the song, or was it all from your own mind?
I did. So I co-wrote it with Paula from Jetty Road. I just was surrounded by amazing people, and the person who plays guitar on is Brett Wood, who has toured with Pete Murray.
Musicians.
And so Bill Risby
Very lucky.
Bill Risby played the piano. Actually, when I sat in that recording studio in Melbourne, I'm just like, this is my dream. This is my dream.
Where has the song taken you?
Well, I think it's a dream.
Yeah.
I think it was something that I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And so then I just thought the time.
And I'm assuming it's helped you in your recovery
Yeah.
as well. Are you going to perform the song for us now?
I would love
Just
to.
before you do that, if people out there want to get the song, where can they get it from?
It's on Spotify, YouTube, anywhere that music is.
And if people want more information, I think the super is up on the screen. Where can we find your website?
At theheartproject.net. Yeah.
Fantastic. And are you doing more work to help other people with...
Yeah, I'm really wanting to be an advocate, a speaker,
Beautiful.
singer. I just want my songs to be a message of
As well
hope.
as being a chaplain at...
yes,
at
I know
school.
that.
Well done. Let's perform the
Okay.
song. Tracy Buckley is her name. If you want to buy the clip, what can I say, the song, please check it out on Spotify, all those mediums. Contact her on her website. But here she is singing for us, Rise. This is the first time on TV. Here she is, Tracy Buckley.
You said you'd keep me safe. You said that I was broken. You said that I was weak, and I believed. You made me skin and bone and stripped me of my joy and took away my voice, reduced me to a whisper. But this voice is gonna shout, let me out. I'm gonna rise like a phoenix from the ashes, break the chains that held me down. No more will I hide from the lies that kept me broken. 'Cause I'm taking back what's mine. I'm gonna rise. I'm gonna rise. A life of black and white, of sticking to the edges, of trying to hide away in plain sight. But all I really wanted was a life in blazing color. So I decided I was worth the fight. So I pray for the day I'm gonna rise like a phoenix from the ashes, break the chains that held me down. No more will I hide from the lies that kept me broken. 'Cause I'm taking back what's mine. I'm gonna rise. I'm gonna rise.
There you go. What an amazing performance. That is, of course, Tracy Buckley wrote the song Rise. Please support her by going to her website. Again, the website again, please, Tracy.
Theheartproject.net.
Theheartproject.net. There you go. Thank you very much for performing.
Thank
All the best.
you.
I'm sure we're going to see you again on the show.
Love to.
And helping so many people with body image issues and eating disorders as well. Well done. Thank you very much.
you.
Somebody else that's in the studio, in the theatre, in fact, that's why we couldn't use it today. It is, of course, Connor Perry, and he's singing a wonderful song for us today. It's called Die With a Smile. What a wonderful way to go. Here he is.
I just woke up from a dream where you and I had to say goodbye, and I don't know what it all means, but since I survived I realize wherever you go, that's where I'll follow. Nobody's promised tomorrow, so I'ma love you every night like it's the last night, like it's the last night. If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to you. If the party was over and our time on earth was through, I'd wanna hold you just for a while, and with a smile. If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to you. Lost in the words that we say. I don't even wanna do this anymore, 'cause you already know what you mean to me, and our love's the only one we're fighting for. Wherever you go, that's where I'll follow. Nobody's promised tomorrow, so I'ma love you every night like it's the last night, like it's the last night. If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to you. If the party was over and our time on earth was through, I'd wanna hold you just for a while, and die with a smile. If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to you, right next to you, next to you, right next to you. If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to you. If the party was over and our time on earth was through, I'd wanna hold you just for a while, and die with a smile. If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to you. If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to you, right next to you, next to you.
Well done. That is, of course, young Connor Perry, who'll be back at the end of the show with another fantastic song. Lots of great talent on the show. And this young girl that we're going to be speaking to is a 12-year-old disability advocate. She's also a author of a book. She's got a documentary coming out. And to talk to her about this and more, we've got our very own Dole Wilcox. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Fred. I'm excited because we hear so much negativity about our young people. So when we get someone as brilliant as Lily here to come into the studio and tell us some of the inspirational things she's doing, I get excited. So Lily, you have just had a book released. Is that right?
Yes.
What's the book called?
It's called Blossom by Lily Galton. I started writing it when I was 10 a couple years ago and recently published it last year.
What made you start writing it, Lily?
Well, I've always been a writer, always into writing stories, writing different things in school. And so I know I wanted to put my writing skills to good use and just outside of school tasks. And so I was like, why not write a book? And went through a lot of ideas and planning, but ultimately it turned into Blossom, and yeah.
I've read it. It is absolutely gorgeous. Is it based a little bit around your life, Lily?
Yes, Blossom is a semi-fictional novel, and so it combines parts of my life, so some of my experiences, some things that really happened to me with things that I thought could happen to me in my life or might have been related to things that did happen. So it was set, so the main character Blossom, she's like me, but she had already started high school, whereas when I was writing the book, I hadn't. So it's
you were
sort
in
of
primary school.
Yeah. So some of the things happening were things I thought might happen in the future when I did start high school.
Wow. Now, Lil, life can be pretty tough for kids at school, but you actually face some additional challenges, don't you? Are you happy to share with us what some of those are?
Yes. So I have disabilities, so I'm autistic and I also live with cerebral palsy, and so throughout a lot of my life I've been very different to other kids, whether that's been how I act or how I present myself. I wear an AFO on my left leg, and so that's also...
Some people aren't going to know what that is. Do you want to explain what that is, an AFO?
An AFO is it's sort of like a type of brace.
Leg brace?
Yeah, I don't like it when people call it a brace. I'd be like, no, it's an AFO, but it's I can walk without it, but it sort of helps with like the muscles and walking properly, and it's been something that I've had for most of my life. So.
Have you been bullied at school for any of these challenges you've faced, Lily?
I don't know if directly. I have faced bullying and similar behaviours at school before, but I don't know if it was directly tied to these things. I think they just did it for whatever
Kids will pick
reason.
anything, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Lil, with the book, what are you hoping to achieve? It's more than just a story, isn't it? You want to advocate something. So what's the message you want to get out to people?
Well, when I was first writing the book, my main message was I wanted to share my experiences and who I was. But when I started working on the book more last year and I picked it back up again and was working on it, I realised a lot of the things that I had written or associated with the book, as well as when I finished the process, didn't really match who I had become or the things that had been giving me the most struggle or the challenges I was facing. But I still made the book because even though I didn't relate to the things anymore that are in the book, I know a lot of kids and young people still would, and so it became less about me and more about really just helping other young people to learn more about themselves or maybe learn about their peers who go through
And do
similar
you know
things.
what I like about that? I love it when people turn their pain into power, which is what you're doing. And now you have a documentary coming out. Tell me about that.
So, me and Sally Newman, if for those who
Now,
don't...
Sally Newman, the producer?
Yes,
Yeah.
she was the one that helped me publish and edit the book through a mentorship course, and we're going to be working on a 5-minute documentary with the first 2 minutes dedicated to talking about my journey writing Blossom and how it all came together. But the exciting bit is the rest of the documentary will be a trailer for what might hopefully one day become the Blossom movie.
My goodness, I better get your autograph now because it sounds like you've got some really big things happening in your life. And very quickly, tell me what's your big dream for your future?
Well, I really want to be an actor, actress, singer, all of that stuff. And if I told my younger self that we were going to be turning Blossom into movie/trailer sooner than I originally thought, my younger self would not believe me. She'd be so shocked. I always wanted to turn my book into a movie, but I thought I'd have to wait till 14, 15, or maybe it wouldn't even happen. But if I said it was happening when I was 12 years old, younger me would be so shocked,
You'd
so
be so
impressed.
shocked. So can Fred and I,
yeah.
when you're famous, will you take us backstage and show us the set and everything?
Yes.
Amazing. If anyone wants to know more about Lily, they can search your name, is that correct? And we can
Yes.
also, if anyone's missed some of our interviews, they can go back and look at thecouch.com. So how about you, Lil? You excited to see what's ahead of you?
Yes,
Yes.
very
Should
excited.
we say over to Fred? You want to say it with me?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Over to you, Fred.
Thank you very much. What an inspiration. I love how she says she told her younger her, geez, you're only 12. Well done. What an inspiration to so many young people with a disability to be able to do what you do and advocate for change. Well done. Look forward to seeing you when the documentary's ready.
Yeah.
Well done, Lily Gold. And of course, well done to our very younger self, my younger self, Di Wilcox. We're going to take a break. More coming up after the break. Nisha's here with Eco Action, and then we talk movies with Paul. Stick around. Welcome back to the couch. Eco Action were a big part of last year with Talking Green. This year they're back as Eco Action, and we've got Eris and her mum Maria. But today it's just Eris talking to our very own eco person here on the couch. It is Nisha Seth. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Fred. It's always so exciting to have Eco Action on the couch. And it's also very mysterious because we have another special guest today, lives in a fortress and hunts in the dark. That's the
right.
clue I'll provide. But welcome first, Eris, to the couch.
Oh, thank you so much. It's lovely to be back. It makes me incredibly happy to be able to talk about all these lovely creatures.
Yeah, it's so special, isn't it, when you get really up close and personal with some of these tiny creatures. And I'll give it a little bit more away. We're talking about tiny snakes today.
Absolutely. So this snake is a lovely python. It's called a pygmy python. They're about 50 to 60 centimetres long maximum. And
Wow.
their babies can actually be up to 4 grams. So
Wow, and very
tiny.
fashionable as well, Eris.
Absolutely. You can see
that
a lovely
there.
little bracelet.
All colour coordinated and absolutely gorgeous and very sweet looking. So tell us a little bit more about him.
So even though he's actually a tiny, tiny predator, he is a very effective one. So even though he's minuscule, he uses heat sensing sensors along his jaw that actually let him see in the dark by using the body heat of his prey.
Wow, so he can see us. So it's like thermal vision basically.
That's right.
Oh my goodness.
So he can pretty much hunt you down even if it's pitch black. But thankfully, we're a little bit too big for him to hunt us down.
Well, we shouldn't be kind of illusioned because he's still a predator. So this is all a size game. So he's not going to constrict around us because I can't even imagine being him and looking at us.
That's right.
Versus who is he predatorial over?
So usually they would eat small reptiles like other lizards, or they'd
That's
even
sweet.
eat small insects as well. And they live inside of something that actually lets them hunt quite effectively. So they live inside of termite mounds.
Wow, okay. Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about these termite mounds. And while we do that, would you mind if I hold him for a little while?
Absolutely. So be very gentle. You can just wrap him around your arms like a little bangle, and hopefully he will just find somewhere to hold on.
We have had a lot of little snakes on the show. But this gentleman's very cute. Now, so tell us a little bit about, you mentioned DoorDash when we were talking earlier in terms of how they get their food.
That's right. So they have pretty much a virtual fortress when they have their termite mounds, because it gives them climate control. They get aircon. It's all, nice and steady for them in there. And they also get protection as well as the perfect ambush spot.
Oh.
So little reptiles like lizards will actually hang out outside of the termite mound.
Yeah.
And then he can essentially ambush them when it comes to being later at night, because he's a nocturnal creature.
Oh, wow. Ooh, not up my sleeve, mate. He's
That's
cute.
right.
We just got to make sure you don't go in my hair, buddy.
right.
Although he matches my hair really well.
does.
It's like
He'd be
your
a good-
top. This is fantastic. But no, he feels just so cute and gorgeous, and he's nice and cool like a lot of snakes.
That's right.
Really calm, and he likes looking at faces, you were saying earlier.
Yeah, so he's
Hello.
Pip. Pip's a pygmy python, and we just take him into events at early learning centres, schools, and even community events. And he's a big hit because of how small he is. He's not that threatening. And so you really don't have to be scared of him, because he's not going to try and constrict around you.
And he can do a little dance.
That's
he can do
right.
like a little hypnosis here.
That's
so
right.
cute. So lots of kids then, when you go to schools, they're not as scared, are they? So if you brought a big snake, so you can really do a good educational session with them.
Yeah, so you can let them know that these snakes, even though they are predators, aren't necessarily dangerous. Pip is actually more likely to run away. Along with most other snakes, he would rather run away than actually come in and try to chase you or bite you. Because you are not his average-sized meal.
I hope not.
But if he were to try and
sorry,
eat you
it's
if you
a bit
were
loud.
small enough, he has these beautiful hooks inside of his teeth, inside of his mouth, and they actually let him hold his prey, and then he constricts around it to make sure that it can't escape as well. So that's how he eats them. Very fascinating.
And it's very rare for us to see him because he's nocturnal, is that correct?
That's right. So you wouldn't see him. He'd be outside during the night and hiding in those termite mounds.
Oh man, sorry Pip, this means he's going to crash tonight. He's up all day.
Yeah, he's going to have a good nap. But thankfully, as long as we keep those termite mounds around, they have a lovely habitat and a house to live in.
Oh, fantastic. So you do so much in the community, you do a lot of education programs. What do you have coming up?
All right, so coming up, we actually have quite a few special events. We might have some we always have one at Muddy Hands Festival, thankfully. But we also have them at various community events, so most councils.
Yeah.
And we're also visiting, I think it was quite a prominent school, to give back a mural soon as well.
Beautiful. So you're getting involved in artwork as well. So these beautiful, beautiful little creatures, and you paint them with the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're very
fantastic.
still very cute.
Now, where can we find out more about Eco Action and also maybe see more of Pip? Very
right,
famous now as his TV debut.
Oh, goodness. He's done a bit of a flip. Well, if you want to see Pip, the pygmy python, you can absolutely visit us at ecoactionwa.org or find us on Facebook at EcoActionWA. We go to all sorts of events. We handle our snakes there, and we handle lots of other creatures, mainly just educating, letting people know that these animals are safe, they're beautiful, and we need to make sure that we maintain them.
And are they, at the moment, how many are there in WA? Do we need to be careful that they're not going to be extinct?
Well, we don't quite know the exact numbers, but they're not that threatened. It's just that we need to make sure that we maintain their termite mounds. Now, people, when they see termite mounds, they're thinking, well, I don't want that around. It's going to eat all the wood. And so they might get rid of it. That's their habitat. Without that, they have no home, no shelter, and they can't really exist.
Okay. Well, look, thank you so much for coming on the show. We look forward to seeing you again soon. I'll hand little beautiful Pip back over to you.
Thank you.
And, of course, if you've missed any of those details, please catch us on thecouch.com.au and the website. We'll have all the information, or our Facebook page as well. And, we'll see you very soon.
Oh, thank you so much.
Pip.
Bye, Pip.
Great debut. Back to you, Fred.
Thank you, Nisha. Thank you to Eris, and thank you to Pip as well. And was talking to your mum, Maria, just before the segment, and she says next segment we're going to do something arty, which you love.
That's
so
right.
stick around.
Very
Eco
cool.
Action, part of the couch this year. You'll see them heaps, hopefully every month, and we look forward to that. Now, Paul Elwyn has the latest movies coming up, but to say thank you before we do that, let's say thank you to Blake Williams and his team at Williams Creative. Thank you very much to Williams Creative for their support. Time for us to talk movies with Paul Elwyn.
Thank you, Fred.
Welcome back. You've got 7 movies. They're different.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, kids. The first 3 are really scary. It's
That's
like,
not a bad thing.
Oh,
Kids
fine.
love
This
scary
is for the
movies.
adults, I guess. But the last 3 are kind of cool.
Okay.
Yeah, the last 4.
What do
pretty
we
cool.
got?
The first one we've got is from A24. It's kind of in their style, but it looks kind of cool. And the major thing is because of The Devil Wears Prada 2. Anne Hathaway is in this, and she's playing kind of an iconic performer, kind of Lady Gaga-esque performer. She is Mother Mary, and the movie's called Mother Mary. It's out the 14th of May. Anne Hathaway, essentially, she meets up with her old friend, possible friend of a person who was a costume designer, saying, look, I've got my comeback show. This is huge, and they sort of both seem to unload like all of their emotions and troubles and everything in this meeting that's very tense. Even the trailer, it's sort of she's going, fine, show me what's this cool song, this cool thing that you're going to do, and it all just gets a little bit strange, a bit odd. So Anne Hathaway's first entry into the whole A24 territory. Kind of cool. The director of this, he did a couple of movies that I liked, Ghost Story and also The Green Knight, and you can see his style is in this. It's very visually amazing, but also the tense, the anxiety in this is like, it's palpable. So it looks kind of cool. So people that really like Anne Hathaway, she's dancing in this and performing and singing herself in this one. Looks kind of cool. So this is Mother Mary from A24 Studios.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
What's
very
next?
cool. Sorry, next two are kind of scary as well. Obsession. This is from Blumhouse, popular horror movie studio. So this is the latest one they've got is don't buy the One Wish Willow. It's a little trinket that you buy, and it used to be, when you were kids and you have like a cool thing. Oh, if I make a wish, this will happen.
Yeah.
Or something. So this one essentially, he's got a crush on this girl. Just a simple crush. He thinks, oh, she's really nice. He has this One Wish Willow that someone gave him, and he makes a wish, and straight away, it's like a very long, strange episode of Twilight Zone kind of thing. Be careful what you wish for. He just goes, look, I just want her to really, really, really like me, and he hits the wish willow, and then all of a sudden, this one, it's like a long episode of the Twilight Zone. She is crazy. She's absolutely crazy. Like, she goes from 0 to 1,000 very quickly. Her friends, everyone's going, she's acting really weird, what's going on? And the funny part is, which is shown in the trailer, he calls and says, look, can I reverse this? What's wrong with your product? It's gone a bit too... And they go, no, that's it. So we have to see now what happens, like how he actually concludes this. Will one of them actually, end it in some weird way? So Obsession, for horror movie fans that love these scary things, that's pretty cool. That's out on 14th of May as well.
Another scary one.
Another scary one. This is okay. So instead of people that you have a crush on, how about if you're just driving along the road? This one is Passenger. Essentially, the first thing that they show in the trailer is there's a horrible crash, which involves like someone walks off the side of the road, but then all of a sudden someone attacks the guy in the car.
Oh, yes.
And this is the first accident. Then the second accident. The second thing is this couple witnessed the whole accident, but then they're going, I think something's followed us in the car. There's some sort of entity on the road. The sort of local townsfolk along this highway are saying, oh, it's the passenger. It's all scary. So you're trying to think, okay, is it like a serial killer, or is it a ghost, or is it a whole other thing? Is the entire highway like completely cursed? And they go on a crazy sort of hell ride, all about, which is triggered by this whole event and this entity called the Passenger. So you're thinking, is it some sort of primeval sort of force or something as well? So another scary one for people that enjoy going for it. Never stop for anybody on the road.
Exactly.
Of course they stop. So this is the Passenger. Yeah, it looks kind of cool.
You got a good one coming up?
It's from the director of Troll Hunter and Autopsy of Jane Doe. He's really cool.
Lovely.
It's his kind of style. So that's
I
Passenger
actually
as
like
well.
that sort of movie, I have to say.
If you need a good scare, just watch it. It's
Don't
kind of
drive
cool.
late at night.
True. So the next one we've got is Star Wars: The Mandalorian and Grogu. Is that right? Yeah.
This is going to be popular.
It's kind of cool. This is the first Star Wars major movie in 7 years. This follows the whole Mandalorian TV series. Kind of cool because the main thing is Sigourney Weaver's in this, and this actually means this is the 4th major sci-fi franchise she's ever been in. She was in Aliens, she was in Ghostbusters,
Yes.
she was in Avatar. She's
ghost movies,
titan
scary
of
movies.
industry in this one, but she actually said she wanted to be in this because she actually likes Grogu, the character Grogu, which is obviously a little sort of version of Yoda, a young Yoda kind of type character. Mandalorian, Yeah, kind of cool. Pedro Pascal, Daddy Pedro, is in this, reprising his role as the Mandalorian. Charming as always. A cool thing in this one is also Martin Scorsese does a voiceover in this one as a cook character, a chef character, and Jeremy Allen White actually lends his voice to one of the Hutts, the massive Jabba the Hutt kind of characters. There's two in this one. It's kind of scary, but yeah, a lot of fun. Yeah, it wasn't out on May the 4th, unfortunately, but yeah, Star Wars: The Mandalorian, 21st of June.
A lot of fans love Star Wars. And
it'll be big.
I
think it'll do well.
Kept it quiet for a while, haven't they?
Yeah, but they sort of, everything's on this one, directed by Jon Favreau. It looks like a lot of fun.
What's next?
Also nostalgia. I mean, we've got Masters of the Universe, He-Man, one of the biggest selling toys ever. Kind of cool. It had a kind of movie in the 80s that wasn't really that great, but this one, I guess with CG and everything, it visually looks really cool. Yeah, the cool thing is, for myself, one of my favorite characters, Man of Arms, is being played by Idris Elba, which I was like, this is so cool. Yeah. But also we've got Camila Mendes from Riverdale. She's in this one as Teela. The controversial thing in this one is Jared Leto lends his voice to Skeletor. So you're thinking, is he going to be really camp, or is the whole Jared Leto curse? Because every movie he's been in for probably the last 10 years hasn't done that well. So is the curse going to be broken that Jared Leto's in a movie that's actually going to do quite well? And Alison Brie is playing Evil Lynn in this one as well. It looks visually cool, and it actually looks kind of visually accurate to most of the toys, but it looks like they're having a bit of fun with this. So yeah, for nostalgia people, children of the 80s mostly, yeah, they're going to go watch this one.
So you're going to want my tickets to this one?
Yes, I will actually.
Okay,
I will, and I'll tell everybody
down.
all the characters that I get to see, like Triclops and all the robots and stuff. Yeah, it looks like a lot of fun, and visually, yeah, very cool. So Masters of the Universe, that's out very soon as well. Yeah, and second last one we've got is Scary Movie.
Oh, now this is a franchise, isn't it? From
Scary Movie started back in 2000s, and it's actually been quite a large number of years since Scary Movie 5. This one is technically
6, isn't it?
So this one is, like, when you look it up, it's technically Scary Movie 6, but they just went, we don't care.
Just call it Scary Movie.
So they just went Scary Movie. The cool thing is this is actually the second time they've started spoofing films like Scream and that. But essentially any reasonably scary movie in the last 2 years, you got your weapons, that sort of thing. They're pretty much spoofing all of those. They haven't held back. I think this is rated R as well, because some of the jokes are a little bit low and highbrow jokes in this throughout. But essentially, nearly the entire cast from like the first 3 or 4 movies is back in this. The cool thing is, the original Wayans brothers, the 3 Wayans brothers, are actually in this. Damon Wayans isn't even credited as a specific role. So he might be playing a few different characters in this. But the other 2 Wayans brothers, who are kind of consistently throughout all the Scary Movie movies, are in this as well. So they're all in this one.
You're going to love it if you love Scary Movie.
Yeah, unfortunately not for the kids, because it's actually rated a bit higher. So yeah. The last one is Disclosure Day, which this is huge. So all your full sci-fi fans that love your aliens, that sort of thing. This is the first major Steven Spielberg movie since 2018's Ready Player One. This is actually Steven Spielberg's first original idea that he's written down for quite some time as well. The other accolade that Steven Spielberg has is he's had a very successful sci-fi movie in every single decade since the 60s. That's crazy. He's done that many movies. Disclosure Day, essentially, we've got Emily Blunt, Colin Firth's in this as well. Are they aliens or not? She's a humble weather reporter, and all of a sudden she starts talking strange and only a few people understand it. Are there actually aliens on Earth? What's going on? Is there actually going to be an invasion? What's going to happen to all the humans in this whole thing? It looks kind of epic, but the cool thing is Steven Spielberg he's shown you a few things that you can speculate on. One huge conspiracy theory is this is actually possibly a sequel to the 1977 Close Encounters of the Third Kind, because that's the last movie he's done where there's actually an alien sort of presence on Earth, that sort of thing. So Disclosure Day, that looks massive.
When is Chucky coming back? I can't wait for another Chucky movie.
Another Chucky? Oh, well, they did the TV series. Not too good. I think they just do a reboot or something.
I've seen the series as well.
Yes, true.
Let's have a look at the top 5 movies for this week as they stand. This is what you've all been watching at number 5.
Top 5. Oh, number 5, the drama. Number 4, doing well, Lee Cronin's The Mummy, very scary. Number 3, I love this movie, Project Hail Mary, great book. Number 2, the Super Mario Galaxy movie. And number 1, the King of Pop, Michael. My kids went to watch this. They loved it because it's got all the tunes. The
Sounds
cool
good.
thing with Michael is when you clean in the cinemas,
Yes.
they get to listen to all of the music.
The music.
It's really good.
Makes you work faster.
Yeah.
Well done. Paul Elwyn, thank
Thanks,
you very
Fred.
much. We'll see you in a couple of weeks with streaming. We'll take a break. More of The Couch. We've got Steve Collins taking us to Switzerland, and then What's on Perth with Belinda in the full segment. See you after the break. Welcome back to The Couch. Always nice to talk travel. He's back. He's not on holidays. He's not travelling as a journalist. Steve Collins, welcome back.
Well, hello, Fred. Yes, I am back, as a matter of fact. But today we're going to one of the best places I've ever visited.
Switzerland.
Zermatt.
Zermatt.
Now, that's very important because you've heard of the Matterhorn.
I have.
Have you bought a Toblerone chocolate?
I have.
The Matterhorn is on the Toblerone.
Is that
and
where
it
it comes
is possibly the most attractive mountain I've ever seen.
And the most tastiest chocolate, too.
And Toblerones are very, very good. Why haven't we got some to share?
I'm trying
you're
to
remiss.
be
You're
healthy,
remiss
you see.
today, Fred. No. Look, Switzerland itself, I've been to Switzerland about 5 times, I think. It's
Yeah.
just a magnificent
What
country.
drives you to go there? What's the reason?
Because of the scenery. It's just remarkable. It's just fantastic. It's right there in the centre of the Alps.
And where you went to Zermatt.
Zermatt,
It's on,
yeah.
Is it on the border of a few countries?
It's very close to both the border with Italy
Yep.
and the border with France. It's
Beautiful.
it's like it's in the corner.
So
of
could you
those.
go from Zermatt to Italy and just by train?
Oh,
I'm
easily.
assuming?
In fact, in one of the clips I'm going to show you, I could have crossed
okay.
into the border to Italy. I wouldn't have known where it was because it's not marked, but this was right on the border. This was called the Glacio Palace.
Is it nicer to go there in summer or winter?
Well, it depends what you're going there for. If you are a skier, and they ski all year round, but obviously the best time to go is in winter.
Beautiful.
If you want to go walking, and there's some great walking trails there, then you would go in summer or spring. We went at the beginning of their autumn, and the weather was fine. A little bit cooler because you're pretty high. You're at about 1,800 metres there, so it's pretty high. But you're in a valley, and it's a very, very long, skinny town because it fits within the valley. It's just wonderful.
Beautiful.
So here it is.
Oh,
Here
it
it's got a river going through
does
it,
look beautiful.
and it is just gorgeous. There are only electric vehicles there, so you can drive yours in.
perfect.
But if you're driving there, you have to park at a station before you get there. There's this enormous car park there, and you can
wow.
only go in by train. So, and this is the Gornergrat ascending the hill up to Gornergrat,
What a
which
beautiful
is
view.
and there's the Matterhorn. That's what a lot of people go to see at Zermatt.
Do they have a lot of Toblerone there?
I didn't see any Toblerone. I wasn't looking, but this is so steep. This is a cog railway, and so
wow.
it's got the cogs, but it's very, very luxurious, and you can see the view from up there. You are so high.
amazing.
You're almost at 12,000 feet, and you're over 3,000 metres, and there's Zermatt right down there in the valley. So you've gone up a long way, and you just can see how barren it is up there, because this, as I say, this was in early autumn, so normally it would be covered in snow if we were there in winter. And this train is just fantastic. The thing is, you sit on one side going up and the other side going down, because there's so much to see on either side of the train. And
It is beautiful.
And this is up at the top of Gornergrat. We're very, very high here. It's got Europe's highest mountain. That's sort of behind me, and it's just fantastic.
Is it easy to get around?
Yes.
Speak English and all that
Yes,
stuff?
no problem whatsoever. It's fabulous to get around. Switzerland is so good for
Easy to
public
get around.
transport. And I'm going to say, one of the things you should do if you're going to Switzerland, get the Swiss Travel Pass.
Okay.
And you can get it for, I think, from 3 days, 7 days,
Yep.
10 days, or whatever you want, and first or second class. Because what it includes all your transport, most of the museums and stuff like that, and discounts on things that you pay for. For instance, the
What a
Gornergrat,
bonus.
you have to pay for, I think it's 132 Swiss francs, which is a lot of money in Australian terms. We got it for half price because I had the Swiss Travel Pass.
And we're in Perth, so
Yep.
those people watching the show, we're in Perth. But how did you get there? How far is it? from
Well,
Australia?
I actually went there via. Well, we flew to Milano in Europe, and then we stayed in Lecco, which we talked about,
Yes.
and then we went straight to Switzerland. We went to Lugano, and then we caught the train to Zermatt, because the trains up there are fantastic.
And the town that you were talking about, where the electric vehicles, why is it only electric? Is there no petrol
to preserve
there?
it because of
environmental?
pollution and all that. So the only vehicles there. Look, you could, even though you have an electric car,
Yep.
you couldn't take it in there because you are not a resident. You would still
Correct.
have to park it at the stop before, and the train from Visp, which is the station that you normally get there from, up to Zermatt, fantastic.
And
You
good,
follow
good
this stream,
food.
and there's ice everywhere, and it's just magnificent countryside. It's wonderful.
And I know you and I don't care about the food, but was there some good food?
Switzerland, it was all
What's-
right.
what's specialty there?
Switzerland, I do not recommend for a cuisine tour.
Oh, okay. Go to the
You'll get
Western.
better food in many other countries. I mean, the food's good.
McDonald's, KFC.
Yeah, well, I don't eat McDonald's or KFC,
no.
but the food was good. It's a tourist town, so
Sounds good.
it was good. But it's just a most remarkable place. Now, the next clip we're
Yes,
going to
let's have a
see is This Is Us. This is going to the Glacier Palace, and we are going so high. This is the highest. We took 3 cable cars to get up there because you got to change at the
how
station.
long does that take?
This is a glacier. This is the first. We just go across this enormous glacier. Now this is in summer, so it's not as dramatic as if you saw it in winter, but it's fantastic. It took 45 minutes to get up there, and we got to the Glacier Palace, and it's called the Glacier Palace. Look at the views. This is just what you see. It's just amazing.
sky,
And this is up at the Glacier Palace, but the Glacier Palace is so cool because when you get off the final cable car, you walk through this great big tunnel, and it's quite a long walk. And Heather and myself were losing our breath. What's going on here? We were so high up. We were well over 3,000 metres. We're over 12,000 feet on this. And the air is very, very thin up there. So you've got to sit down. They've got a great restaurant there. You sit down, you have a coffee or something.
the view.
And then you're okay. But look at the colours of the lakes. There's the Matterhorn.
beautiful.
It's just brilliant. And you go over this, and there's so much to see. There's another bit of a glacier there. But this Glacier Palace is actually, the tunnel is actually built under a glacier. And so you go out and you're actually going under this glacier, and you can go down. There's a little stairway that takes you through, and you can walk through the glacier. It's fantastic.
Beautiful.
Very
And
cold.
cold. I was going to say very cold. I remember New
But
Zealand.
it's an amazing experience. And
It is
even just the
beautiful.
cable car, this is coming back down to Zermatt, obviously.
Incredible.
But just that cable car ride, because they're massive. They're big carriages. They're not small carriages. It's not like they're just two of you.
Incredibly
They
beautiful.
can probably take 20 or 30 people. And it's wonderful experience.
There you go, an insight into Zermatt in Switzerland with Steve Collins. Steve, thank you very much
Pleasure.
for today. Where can we get more information about you?
Oh, you can just go and look at my YouTube and
Your
anything.
Instagram.
Instagram.
You've even got
Steve
TikTok, I
Collins,
noticed.
Traveller, that's me. TikTok. Yeah.
Do you know where we're going next time?
I haven't decided
He's
yet.
got that many destinations.
I've got so many. I might do a cruise through the fjords of Norway. How does that sound?
And when are you on 3AW overnights here at 6PR?
I'm on just after midnight on 6PR
There
every
you go.
Friday morning.
Listen to it Friday mornings. We'll take a break. More of the couch coming up. We're talking What's on Perth with Belinda next.
Connect with The Couch online through Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Welcome back to The Couch. The Couch has celebrated 25 years this year, but somebody that's celebrated more than us is Greg Coffey and the team at the Over the Fence Comedy Film Festival. It celebrates 30 years this year. It starts on May 8th at Luna Cinema in Leederville, and it goes through to Fremantle's SX Theatre on the 29th, I believe it is. And to talk about that and more with Greg is our very own relic here at the show. It is Nisha.
Thank you so much.
25 years.
25 years,
Nearly.
I know. Amazing. And we were just talking to Greg about how much commitment it takes when you're running, you know, whether it be a comedy festival or a show. Welcome back to the couch. Not your first time?
No, it isn't. It was a long time ago, but yes, I've been here before.
So the Over the Fence Comedy Film Festival is back for its 30th year.
Yep.
Milestone year. How are you feeling about it being its 30th year?
It's kind of the same. However, last night, as I was sleeping, I was thinking about doing this interview, and I was getting very nervous. And I'm going, what the? After 30 years, you're getting nervous? You've never done that before.
So this year, you know, I guess, and part of it is you start to look back, don't you, at everything that's happened.
Yeah.
But for those that haven't had the fortune of watching the festival or being a part of the film festival before, talk us through what the process and purpose is.
Well, how about the origins first?
Yeah, absolutely. Go for that.
So when I was in uni, I used to be a really intense, I was at Murdoch University, right? So we were really intense filmmakers. And I made this film, and it was all about the last human being alive on Earth.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is intense.
And we were filming her in the kitchen, and she kills this ant with a finger. And she doesn't know what to do. And she looks out the window, and there's her dog bouncing around, enjoying life. And it gets back to her, and she doesn't know what to do. And I showed this film at the Film and Television Institute then, and my tutor's wife, my Curtin University, I went to 2 unis, Curtin University wife turned to a friend and she said, but why did he make it? And I thought, wow, that's so intense. Yeah, you're right. Why? And then I started looking at comedy, thinking of, is there another way of saying, you know, humanity is killing itself and this is the end result? Is there a way of doing that with comedy?
Yeah.
And that's where I started. And then I met Phil Jankane at Film and Television Institute, and he was making comedy films at UWA. And I had a look at his stuff and I went, you know, there's a heap of films by filmmakers all over WA that I've seen over the last 5 months or 2 years at uni, and they're good. Why don't we put them all together?
So you're really providing opportunities for filmmakers as much as drawing a strong narrative together. Over the Fence, where did that name come from?
We were looking for a title, and it was a photograph of, in the 1920s, outside of the Fremantle Footy Oval, and there was this corrugated sheeted fence, and there were these people leaning over the fence watching the footy game. Oh! And I went, that is perfect.
Yeah, no, beautiful.
Yeah.
So Over the Fence, tell us about the film festival. What do people expect?
Okay, so it's 15 short films in a 2-hour program, and they're films from all over the world, including our very first Russian film.
Okay. Wow, excellent. Very inclusive.
Yeah. Oh, look, they're all there. Enjoy. What we do is we select the films, so we get 200 short films a year thereabouts plus, and then we break it down because we have 2 festivals. We have Over the Fence, which is 15 plus, so it's you can bring your kids, but warning, and then we have 18 plus.
Okay.
And that's where the boundaries are completely pushed. Like, it's not crude, rude or vulgar, it is damn intelligent.
So it
and
makes
damn
people
cheeky.
think, because it's harder to make something more impactful in a shorter period of time, right? So that in itself is a skill set. So you've got these curated list of films. You can come for 2 hours, have an intermission in between. Now, where do people get tickets?
They go to overthefence.com.au, click on the Tix link, and that'll take you to Luna, and then you pick the venue that you want to go to.
Oh gosh, Greg, you are such a great storyteller. When's the other festival? When's the other festival on the 18 plus? Is that a horror one?
That opened in November last year, so
Okay.
we keep it for 10 months. So we're still on national tour, and then in July we start selecting for November screening, which will be World of Dark Comedy 7.
Fantastic. So looking down the barrel of the camera, how would you encourage filmmakers out there to get involved?
Folks, if you've got a sense of humour, use it. If you don't, find one. And then create a short film that uses your wit, your knowledge, and what you want to say. Use your passion as well. And then enter it into our festival. You'll see it.
Excellent. What a way to express yourself in the arts. Saying thank you, very similar to Fred giving so many people opportunities over the year. You've clearly given a lot of filmmakers opportunities they would otherwise not have, yeah? So
thank you.
Well done. Happy 30th anniversary. Hope you have a big cake there or something and have a bit of fun. Of course, if you've missed any of that, you can go to thecouch.com.au or our Facebook page. But Greg, we'll see you again very soon and good luck for your launch here in Perth.
Hey, cheers. Thank you.
Pleasure. For now, it's back to you, Fred.
Thank you, Nisha. And Greg, well done with this event. I remember when we both had hair, and Nisha had always had, because she's younger than us. But look, it is a wonderful achievement. Now, the winners of this festival, where do they go on to? What happens to the people who win? Can we maybe get the clips on the show, maybe talk to one or two of them?
Sure.
Do you reckon we can do that? When will we know?
Absolutely. Okay, so it's working out who we're going to select.
We can even do them from overseas because we can do Zoom.
Okay.
And I'll get you back in with Nisha and we can talk to the winners. Maybe a couple, we'll pick it two.
Right,
You want to do that?
So you want to do this year's winners?
Yes.
Okay, so
we do that?
that won't be until June, July.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Okay.
I expect you
We'll
to
be
come
here.
back to us. Beautiful. Greg Coffey, of course, part of this fantastic Over the Fence Comedy Film Festival 2026, 30 years. Nisha and I are just relics of this show, which means we're valuable historical items. So well done. Thank you very much. We'll take a break. More of The Couch coming up right after this.
Bravo.
Stick around. Woke up this morning with a feeling Belinda was coming my way. Hey Belinda, welcome back. What's on Perth?
Up.
When you're down,
baby,
take a good look around.
All right, we're getting into
What are we talking?
I know.
Now, happy Mother's Day as well. I haven't said it
Absolutely.
because we didn't want to take up too much
Yep.
time, but happy Mother's Day. Now, Belinda comes on this show with all these events because
Yeah.
she wants something for free to take her mum to.
Oh my God! I am taking my mum to the Swan Valley today.
Oh, beautiful.
Yes,
Come
we're
over
going-
for a coffee while you're there.
I will. I'll come and say hello. But yes, we are booked in to go to Mandoon Estate. for
Oh,
lunch.
Mandoon is wonderful. Are you
Yeah.
having breakfast or lunch?
We're having lunch there, and then
They do an
we're
amazing
going
job.
to, because my dad likes a gelato, so we're heading on off to get some gelato, and we'll go to the
beautiful.
chocolate
Do
factory
you know
as
the
well.
pasta in the valley? They do gelato as well.
Is that
Not
right?
bad, and they do nice cannoli as well.
Is that right? I pay for that. I just say anything gifted. I say what's gifted.
come. What time do you want me there?
All right, but let's talk what's happening just before Mother's Day, because there's a few things happening, including the closing of Ascot Autumn Racing Carnival. So that
Coming
closes
to an end for the year.
Yeah, coming to an end before it heads off to Belmont. So it's a full day of live racing, which kicks off at 10:30 a.m.
Yep.
Food, drinks, grab your friends. I actually didn't get to Ascot this season, which I
Is
try
that
to
because
get
you're
there.
too busy?
Booked
And
and,
you've been
busy.
away and you've been busy.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Booked and busy. It's been a rough year, so no, haven't been. But this is the last weekend to do so. So grab your friends and get on.
I didn't know you were into horses.
My dad is a
He's a horse?
connoisseur.
Oh.
Connoisseur.
Mr. Ed?
He loves a good TAB. I have to
Really?
say, yeah, I was raised
Portuguese man
Yeah.
liking-
Are you joking? All the Italians, the Croatians spear with TAB. Don't you worry about
That's
that.
why you can't
They
get
all-
in.
Yeah, that's exactly right. They head on. So I've grown up on that, but
Yep.
it's always a good time. And on that same day, so after the races, you can head on down to Fremantle, another good part of the world.
Fremantle.
Fremantle.
I say Fremantle for all those Italian
Fremantle.
viewers.
Also, just quietly, just want to say another great win over the weekend.
Oh, the
for
Dockers
Freo
last
Dockers.
week. Well
they
done.
are flying.
I
have
must
a
admit, I did think they
feeling.
were going to lose when they
Oh,
kicked
don't
that last
even.
goal. and there
I
was a
threw
point.
my remote. I threw my remote.
That's the only thing about the Dockers. I
You
used
never
to
know.
sit in the house yelling at the TV, and my parents would leave the house and come back 3 hours later.
No, see, I switch it off and then I look at it on the app and I refresh and refresh.
Yes.
And when I see we're in front,
And if you're
then
in
I
front,
turn it
then
back
you
on.
turn it back on. Yeah.
turn it back on. So anyway, but Fremantle Hidden Bar walking tour is happening on May 9th as well. So discover all the hidden bars in Fremantle.
Good
There's
idea.
quite a few speakeasies. One of my favourites, it's not so much as a speakeasy, but it is one of the hidden bars. It's Darling Darling. Have you ever been?
No,
to it?
never been. Never
Really,
been.
really-
Fremantle's too far from me.
Oh,
I live in the
goodness
Swan Valley.
Christ. You need to come
We've got
and
good
do a
quality
sleepover
bars.
at my house. Yes, you do, definitely, for sure. But there's street
Fabio
local
would
history.
like me sleeping over at your house.
Share. You could share.
Oh, thank you.
There'll be
You've done
drinks,
that before.
food included in the ticket. It's $115 for this one, and it's
Gee.
it's a unique
Yeah.
night out in Freo. So
Beautiful.
that is a great one to do.
What else have you
All
got
right,
for me
so
to go to?
I know. Normally I sit there waiting for you to give me the heads
The-
up, but today
I'm
it's
letting
not
you
happening.
run it. People say, let
May
her
10,
be in charge.
Let me be in charge. Oh God,
Yeah.
let me run this place. May 10 today,
Yep.
which is Mother's
Mother's
Day.
Day.
So like I said earlier, I'm heading out to the Swan Valley, but Araluen is holding a day for Mother's
Yeah.
Day, and it is, think, stunning gardens. Araluen is beautiful as it is every day of the year, but stunning gardens, food trucks, picnics, and there's also add-on experiences like flower crown making, which I know you love.
I
a good
do.
old
I
flower
love it.
crown making.
Oh, yeah.
And
Give me
a
a good,
sip
flower
and
making.
paint. A sip and paint.
Sip and paints are fun.
Yes, they are. I haven't done one because I'm good at doing the stick man.
Do you know when I was young and I used to do those drawings where you have to have the fruit basket and the classic,
okay.
and my eyesight was terrible. And I always used to get really an A+ because I said, you're very creative. It's only because I couldn't see what it was. So there you go, a little trick for those kids that can't see too well. Just do what you see.
So
Blur.
that's happening today at Araluen for Mother's Day. Entry fees do apply for that one. Okay,
Yeah.
right. Let's move on. Move on up to the 5. Keep
Oh,
on
you
moving.
love your 5,
I
don't
do
you?
love 5. Can I tell you
Yeah.
that I actually met 5 when they toured in the 90s?
Really?
Yes.
What, you would have been in a pram, wouldn't
I
you?
was in my prime. I was in my.
Anything to get
Yes.
in for free.
We actually got called up by their managers.
Did you
Dan
really?
Albert. True story.
Did you get thrown out and banned from the pub?
No, I didn't. But they were all lovely, so I'm very excited to see that they have reconnected.
Was that an experience that you would never ever live down? Like, was it something really high in your life?
No, if I told you what was high in my life,
Yeah.
5 was one thing. I'm not even going to say the other. Michael Jackson. That is all I will say. Michael Jackson, I met him at the Rendezvous Hotel.
Amazing.
Yes.
Do you know,
in
when you
19
talk about the Rendezvous
Yeah.
Hotel,
Yeah.
I had a Medicare Christmas party there,
we're so
and they
glad.
booked out our ballroom, so we had to have Michael Jackson's, where he had his birthday, and there was a big
Mm-hmm. Did you
ice
see the
sculpture.
piano?
Yes, and they had a big old sculpture
Yep.
in the nightclub there,
Yep.
and that's where we had our big party, and they gave us $5,000 worth of free alcohol to
Well,
butter
look at
us
you
up.
talking about freebies.
There you go. Of course, I don't drink. Anyway.
But 5 is coming to Perth
When
HBC.
Take
Tickets are
a good
$99
look
on May 13.
And you
So
asked me
get
who
your-
my favourite 5 member
Yeah.
I said Jason, but you say Jay.
It's Jay.
Jay.
So he's my favourite as well. So
They all look like Sushi Mango these
No,
days.
Jesus. Okay.
And Joe Avati as well.
Joe Vardy. Moving on up. When
you're down, take a good look around. I know it's not much, but it's
okay.
alright.
And we're moving on.
Yeah, they tell
Let's
Sonia
go.
say you got 2 minutes.
May 14, we've got Stephen K. Amos. He is here as part of the Now We're Talking tour at the Regals Theatre. I didn't know much about Stephen K. Amos, but I did quite like him on I'm a Celebrity.
Really?
Yeah, he was on I'm
Okay.
a
Yeah, yeah.
Celebrity a few years ago. Really enjoyed him. So this is a fun one to grab your friends and head on out for a laugh. Tickets are $60 for that one, and it starts at 7 p.m. Get your tickets from ticketek.com.au. Moving on. I keep saying moving
Any more?
on. Yes, there's 2 more.
Okay,
May
go for it.
15 and 16, Unwind
Yep.
at Unwind Perth.
I will.
All right, at Langley Park, Cityside Festival celebrating Perth's best food, wine, live music, good vibes. Get your tickets $30.
Yes.
Okay, and you can grab them via
There
the
you go.
link on the screen.
Yep.
And we will finish up on May 31. We have got Ragpop holding their Loosh Runway and Perth Fashion Market at the Court Hotel.
What's a Loosh runway?
Loosh, I don't know what a Loosh
okay.
is, but it's the
I know what a
Loosh
Loosh
runway,
is.
Perth fashion market, shop
This
designer
way,
and
go down
pre-loved.
and have a look for yourself. Sounds like
Yep.
fun.
And they'll also have a runway. Tickets for VIPs are $30, free for
And I forgot to tell you, our show's now on a Wednesday night, so it's not Mother's Day. Mother's Day's at the end of this week,
Well,
but I
there
thought
we
I'd
go. Here we
upset
go.
you anyway.
Here we go.
So happy Mother's Day for Sunday, everybody.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mums out there. Go and enjoy yourselves. I hope your kids look after you.
Belinda, you have a wonderful Wednesday night. Hope you
will have
enjoy
a
yourself.
wonderful Wednesday
Go and
night.
watch TV or something.
Yeah, I'm going to watch. I'm going to watch.
What's
some-
on Wednesday nights? I watch Below Deck.
Oh, I love Below Deck. Are you watching Down Under?
I beg your pardon.
Captain Jason.
Yes, the Australian one. Yes,
Jason,
the
yes.
adventure.
And
Very
Daisy,
good.
love it.
I absolutely
love it so
love it
much.
as well. Thanks to Foxtel. Thanks to Belinda. Where do we find out more info
You can
about
find me at belindicipriano.com.
There
Always
you
a
go.
pleasure.
Thank you very much, Belinda. We're back in a few weeks' time. We'll leave you today. Happy Mother's Day for Sunday. Have
Happy
a
Mother's
wonderful day, mums. Get spoiled. We'll leave you today with Connor Perry and a great song called Waving Through a Window. Here we go. We're going to wave for you. We'll see you next week. Have a wonderful week, Australia. Bye-bye.
I learned to slam on the brakes before I even turn the key, before I make the mistake, before I leave with the worst of me. Give them no reason to stare, no slipping up if you slip away. So I got nothing to share, no, I got nothing to say. Step out of the sun if you keep getting burned. Step out of the sun because you've learned. On the outside, always looking in, will I ever be more than I've always been? 'Cause I'm tapping on the glass. I'm waving through a window. I try to speak, but nobody can hear, so I wait around for an answer to appear while I'm watching people pass. I'm waving through a window. Can anybody see? Is anybody waving back at me? We start with stars in our eyes. We start to feel that we belong, but every sun doesn't rise, and no one tells you where you went wrong. Step out of the sun if you keep getting burned. Step out of the sun because you've learned. On the outside, always looking in, will I ever be more than I've always been? 'Cause I'm tapping on the glass. I'm waving through a window. I try to speak, but nobody can hear, so I wait around for an answer to appear while I'm watching people pass. I'm waving through a window. Can anybody see? Is anybody waving? When you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? Did I even make a sound? Did I even make a sound? Tell me, did I make a sound? Did I even make a sound? On the outside, always looking in, will I ever be more than I've always been? 'Cause I'm tapping on the glass. I'm waving through a window. I try to speak, but nobody can hear, so I wait around for an answer to appear while I'm watching people pass. I'm waving through a window. Can anybody see? Is anybody waving back at me?